Men regret not sleeping with a woman, and women regret sleeping with a man. That's really the regrets that men have. Like a man would literally die in his deathbed, like, man, I wish I would have fucked that girl. And a woman will be on her deathbed and like, man, I can't believe I fucked that loser. The fuck? Like that's how women are. And so it's kind of funny when a woman realizes that she's dating a loser. It's kind of crazy, right? Like your eyes open. It's like, I remember one time, man. Oh my God. I'm not even go there.
It's really crazy because once you become a loser in my head, there's no coming back. Like, it might take you a lot to get there, but once you're in that category in my head, you're just a loser.
Yeah, loser
Like, it's
dick.
not like a loser. Like, you're a, oh my God. Like, there's just,
like,
like, I don't want to deal with
loser.
you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not responding to your text. I don't want to think about you. It's lame. I'm loser if I'm with you. Like, it's
I've said it before and I'm saying it again. If you are dating a loser, that makes you a loser too.
There's 5 signs you're dating a low-value man, and this isn't all of them because there's a million signs that man
This is loser shaming, man.
is a low-value, a loser. Number 1, that man is cheap, broke, greedy. You're watching a man have a million excuses in the world why not to take you out on a nice date, but you see him going out to steak dinners with his boys or drinks with his boys. When that man won't take you away for a little weekend bed and breakfast, you see that same man going to watch the northern stars in Alaska with his homies. If a man only is
What type of man goes to see the morning star in Alaska with his buddies? That makes no sense.
thoughtful
Don't even go to Alaska. Oh, maybe she's talking about white guys.
with himself, run. Number 2, if that man has no job, and hold on before you tell me he's an entrepreneur, he's building his business, he has $1 billion idea. Do not let that man fool you into thinking that he has the next best thing. Do not be that kind of ride and die. That man will have you waiting 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, talking about, I'm still working on it, it's almost there. While you're sitting there ringless, paying all the bills, he's up driving your car. Come across the man.
Oh my God, that's some Dr. Umar type of shit. Queen, you gotta support me, Queen. Queen, yeah, honestly, to all my black brothers and sisters, I genuinely hate the black culture. Unfortunately, has the most like people who act like they want to help them, and they just backstab them. People who look like them, fooling them, and literally backstabbing their own people. It just makes me so mad, honestly, because they literally prey on trauma.
Little or your man right now sitting up on your couch has any of these 5 traits, you need to promise me you're going to run, ladies.
Is your man a low-value loser? So, low-value loser may sound harsh, but let's be real, the world is a harsh place, and this is quite simply the truth. So what are the common traits of a low-value loser type of man? Number 1, bad money management. So he probably doesn't have much money in the first place, but when he does have money, he spends it all on stupid things. So that could be spending money on stuff that he can't really afford and doesn't need. And that includes anything from new gadgets to video games, clothes, even cars if he happens to come into a bit of money. This isn't building for the future. He's not thinking about how to manage his money properly. He just spends it on instant gratification. And this is always going to be a trait of his. He's never going to be able to accumulate wealth. He's always going to be a bit of a loser. 2, does he base his life around getting drunk or going out on the sesh of his mates? It's all good to have a night out with the lads recently or to like a drink, but if literally his life and routine is based on altering his reality, that's someone who's never going to thrive and never going to achieve anything in society.
Yeah, that's very true. Look, I was lucky. I don't know if you guys know, but I had my, what you would call drug habits, right? Seriously, I'm not lying to you. But I was still motivated. I guess it just depends how you are, to be honest with you, because I may have my own flaws as a person, but I'm still pretty, like, you know what I mean, like pretty determined, and it never stopped me from succeeding. And maybe I could have done better, like, for example, being with me. If I was being honest with you, it wouldn't be nice. It wouldn't, because I spend my money on dumb shit. I'm being honest with you. It's just how it is. So a lot of guys. The reason why most guys are not successful a lot of the time is they just they're done with their money. Like they never had a good example about how to spend their money. And maybe they didn't have a dad. And so because of that, they're stupid with their money. Legit stupid.
And once again, it's the trait of a loser. Number 3 relates to number 1 and 2 perfectly. Does he have no ambition and no hunger inside him to make something of his life? It doesn't matter what background he's from, how many disadvantages he's suffered, it's all about his attitude. Is he hungry to get out there, work hard, learn new things, discover new skills? That's a powerful man. If he doesn't possess those traits, he's quite simply going to go round in the same circle of never really achieving anything in his life, because at the end of the day, a man is defined by his work and his ambition. And finally, does he not take care of himself physically? If he's the kind of guy who lives off takeaways, is getting a bigger and bigger belly as the years go.
I always buy takeaways, but I could also cook, right? I'll be honest with you, ladies. I'm like a purple flag. That you know, there's a lot of red flags in me, but you know, there's a lot of good stuff in me.
Past, refuses to go to the gym, laughs at people who are into fitness, then again he's just a bit of a loser. After all, strong body, strong mind, it shows determination and discipline to stay in shape, and of course he wants to look good for you, and if he can't do any of these things, he doesn't respect you, he doesn't respect himself, and again, that's the traits of a loser. Peace.
How to know if he is a loser in the early stages of dating. I'm going to give you 3 ways to know if he's a loser. Doesn't make him a bad guy, it just makes him a loser in this scenario. Number 1 is he puts up with bad behavior from you. Puts up with bad texting or bad communicating in general. Puts up with bad talk because he doesn't have a lot of other options out here, and so he's willing to stick around you. So if he's willing to put up with bad behavior from you, probably means he doesn't have much going on out here. And you all he got. So he's putting up with it. Because a guy that does have other options won't put up with your bullshit. That's number 1. Number 2 is he's a people pleaser. There's a difference between being a nice guy and having some firm set boundaries than being a people pleaser. He's trying too hard to be liked by people. That just shows he doesn't have a nope. He needs to be able to say no. Because being a people pleaser, a lot of...
Honestly, I might be a loser. I might be a loser, to be honest with you. I think I'm a loser because it's just... I sort of do a lot of stupid shit. He's literally describing me a lot of the times, you know? Like, this is why with YouTubers, ladies, like, we might look a certain way, but a lot of the times, YouTubers are not the smartest people. What YouTubers are, we're risk takers. We're good at taking risk. But that don't mean we're smart. That don't mean we're brilliant. Because smart people aren't the most successful ones. It's actually the stupid ones who are willing to try stupid shit that are the successful ones, not the smartest ones. That's the truth.
People associate that with weak boundaries. Weak. 3 is he has too much free time. He's too available. He's not busy working on a lot of stuff, so he has too much time to flow out where you over here, and you ask him to do this, and he can just always do that, and he can always be there. He just doesn't have a lot going on. Doesn't mean he's a bad guy. It just means that he's not focused and he's not in the place he needs to be to continue this thing to move forward. Because if he was, he would be a little bit more busy. Too free. Those 3 things are the things you need to think about, ladies.
Ladies, I think y'all fail to realize that it is not a flex being someone that a guy comes back to every single time. Because I'm going to tell you 110%, you are the placeholder, okay? The only reason why he came back is because that other relationship didn't work out. So he decided to double back around because he knew that you would leave that door open and you wouldn't stand on business. Now, he is going to continue to play in your face because he knows that he has a home to come back to, even if all those other girls do not work out. Now, not only does he think you're stupid, other people think you're stupid too. You see, when he was gone, he wasn't thinking about you or the potential relationship y'all could have. He was up there entertaining all of those other girls, planning link ups up there in everybody's DMs. But, you know, he was like, oh, well, if they don't work out, how about I just go back to the girl that I was with because at least I will have someone to fall back on and not be alone. He doesn't
And at the end of the day, that's what you call settling. You're settling.
care about the relationship. He's not even that attracted to you, because if he was, he would have never left in the first place, and you wouldn't even have that problem. But y'all stay safe out.
Trying to force a relationship to work with a man who's a loser is going to make you lose yourself. And you know why he's a loser? Because he never had himself to begin with, okay?
Women love to say that word loser. Sounds so mean. Loser. Honestly, that a woman calling a man another man a loser, that's rough.
He's been lost. He is a loser. Lost, all right? That's why you're not, because you know what you want. You know where you're going. You know where your life is taking you. He doesn't. That's why he's open to the wind and just letting anybody in it, because he's trying to make himself feel better while he tries to decide what he actually wants for himself, which isn't going to happen until he's 50. Do you got that much time to wait? No. Doesn't that sound like you're going to lose yourself in all those years? Yes, it does. F him. He's a loser.
If you're losing sleep over that loser of a man, it's because you're currently in your loser era, girl. You were not a loser, but you're acting like one right now.
No, if they got with a loser, they're a loser. No, boo-boo. No, you are who you choose, okay? Now, you could be temporary loser, that's fine. Temporarily a loser, but you're still a loser. You were still with a loser, so that makes you a loser. But once you get out of being with him, then maybe that could change. This is why I piss off some people, some of my fans, because I say the craziest shit.
I know that's hard to hear, but behind every man who leaves a lot to be desired is a woman desiring him because she doesn't think she deserves better. You will keep picking men who treat you like crap because you treat yourself like crap. There is no way that you can look in the mirror and think highly of yourself knowing you're stressed over a man offering you crumbs. Nothing, because otherwise you wouldn't be tolerating it. If your self-love was high, you would put yourself on a pedestal because you know you're that girl. Any man who can't or is unwilling to meet you where you're at, who is unwilling to meet you at your level, is not worth your time. He's trying to get your attention and you're like, sorry, can't hear you from up here. Stay on your level, sir. I'm not coming down to meet you. That's what your energy should be. Girl, if you are sad and stressed because some man isn't treating you right, ask yourself why you're begging for the bare minimum from him. Shift your energy to yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself, and you'll realize how easy it is to stop giving that undesirable man any more of your time. So
I mean, that's true.
let me repeat, you are not a loser. You are just acting like one right now.
Not what, yeah, but again, if you're acting like a loser, it means you're a loser until you stop acting like a loser. All these coaches trying to be nice to you guys, man. Like, now we got to give to you guys the raw truth. It's okay, nothing wrong. We're always in super state, meaning, you know how states are always in positive or negative, 0 or 1. We're always in a super state of loser or not loser, and it just depends on our actions.
Drop him, find yourself again, and you'll quickly feel like the queen you are once again.
Please stop.
So we're gonna finish this one here, and if you guys want me to continue, we'll continue this video tomorrow.